So you're awakening. What does it mean? It's a time of transition. It's a time where Spirit needs to show you all the places that are not congruent with who you're becoming. You're being called in a way to devote yourself into being of service to humanity. And sometimes we have resistance around that because we feel like we're already in service to our life, to our family, to our obligations. But the frequency of service is a frequency of allowance. And so there's a bit of constriction when we overserve but haven't surrendered to service. And I'm asking something of you that could be like the very straw that breaks the camel's back. If it's taken in the wrong way at the wrong time. Because your heart has to open. The vortex of your heart has to become wider and bigger and more about the all that you are instead of the all that I am right now, right here as a three-dimensional person with a personality. And I think of the personality as our light and our shadow. The attributes that we've picked up over time that involve the karmas of what's happened to us and who's made us. These circumstances have made us become. I think constricted in some ways, right? It's also made us blossom, and we're not shining a light on the smooth edges here because a micro shift isn't really about what you've already done. And I think sometimes we like to give our laundry list of all the things we've done in order to prove our worth and to avoid our shame. But those are two really harsh words. Like, there are certain cuss words that for me are like cringe-worthy, right? When I hear shame and I hear unworthiness, it's cringe-worthy because I must be working through issues of shame and unworthiness. And I think in truth we all are. But we sit thinking that ours is worse. And it very well may be, because we're at different parts of our road that we travel to undo the constrictions and the over tied up tangled places within ourselves. But also our lives sometimes have been harder or easier than the other person's. And it isn't because of merit. We don't have an easier life because of merit. In fact, we have sometimes a harder life because of merit. So when I say serve more, I'm not really saying do more. I'm saying do it with a heart of service. And something magical happens when you switch over into the heart of service of your life. Service of the one consciousness of all of humanity. Because there's a sharp edge in our boundary that we're not open to flow into service. Our container to serve is smaller. And so the boundaries of that hit a wall sooner in our service and our overwhelm. But when we become more in our bodhisattva self, which You really are a bodhisattva. You've come here to help everyone get home. There's a sudden expansive feeling, and I think I really feel you getting it, because what happens when I'm scanning and I have to talk about bigger concepts, I literally can feel your soul in active time. And I can feel a constriction come up in somebody's field, and then spirit will explain more. I don't feel a constriction about you knowing that you're a bodhisattva and that you've come to bring all humanity home. When I say that to you, I feel expansion. I feel that maybe your central column, because I can feel your central column as I talk, it feels like it went whoosh out, not pulled in and tighter. So I know when I speak to you about the heart of service, instead of it feeling like a boundary, it feels like a spinning vortex around your heart. Now, we know the heart is a vortex. Some of you may not know that because we have new people coming in all the time. But your heart, although it acts like a pump that moves your blood, when the heart muscle has been taken apart, that means kind of clipped at the valves that hold it together like a pump, what they see, it's a spiral. It actually rolls like a vortex from a very small piece, and it rolls together, and it sort of becomes this rolled up, spinning, spirally looking thing. And they didn't just discover this. It's been a discovery that was made, I think, almost 80 to 100 years ago, when they first started saying, this is an energetic thing. And I know when I say that, you can feel it. And it's so amazing, because when you can feel the vortex of your heart, you can feel the vortex of your body. So feel that change as that I'm bringing you into the vortex of your heart of service. Breathe into that and allow it to spin instead of just pump. You can honor that. The valves need to pump. The valves need to work. The electricity needs to work with the body. But it's the electricity of the vortex that moves the pump. And so these concepts come of awakening. We're going to add that to the feeling in your heart. And feel yourself, how easily it moves into a less restrictive space, where it doesn't feel like me telling you you need to serve more in order to be able to fuel the awakening that's happening in your body. It feels like it's sort of like a well. When we go to the well at the Harbor Springs, and hopefully all of you will be there with us at some time, there's this bubbling water coming up from the center of this beautiful circular well. It's a pump, but water moves like a vortex when it spins. If you didn't have both, it wouldn't serve in the 3D the same way, would it? We can't see on a molecular level how water really, when it's left to sound and vibration, it's gonna wave, but ultimately it's gonna spin when the energy is congruent. So your energy is the same way. So when we're talking about this 3D body, maybe we think of it as the well pump. It has to work as a tool, but ultimately energetically, it has to work like a vortex of energy. And so when you stop trying to do things staccato, pump, pump, pump through life, using your manual well to get things done, then you become less mentally orientated. And when you move into the heart of service, you say, I can do anything. Because that which supports me, Creator's energy, will only give me what I can handle. And so maybe sometimes I have to pull back from my regular service-oriented duties, quote unquote, and I have to move into the consciousness of how do I open my heart up so much to my connection to Creator that I become a flow. And in that flow is an openness. A realm of possibilities opens as well. Feel yourself spin as I speak to you. Breathe. Let's breathe again. It's almost like different because we're used to using our mind to check the boxes. But when we move into awakening energy, it's very electric in a life-giving way. When your mind is checking off your boxes of what you need to do, it's like a boom, 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 like a fast heartbeat, right? But when your heart says, wait, I'm going to stop. I'm going to listen. Then whoosh, energy comes in. And then you look around and it's like, wow, I'm not operating from that place. This is freedom. This is breaking free. This is phenomenal. It's amazing, right? Now I want you to allow me to amplify your central channel. And I'm going to go, because your central channel can be tight, constricted, and controlling. So, feel it. You can feel it as I do that. It's like, oh, my solar plexus popped open. My heart got bigger. Whoa, I got this flow coming in through my crown. Swishing out my fingers and my toes. Oh my gosh, it's coming back around. Whoosh, whoosh, it's swirling around my body. Oh my goodness, something's happening. I'm letting go. I'm becoming an active participant in my own spiritual awakening. And from this, remember we're talking about Kundalini awakening, right? This is where that spark is, it meets the collective consciousness. And so beauty arises. That's where pretty energy, that's the realm of it. That's where it arises, it thrives, and your true essence joins the party. And you start thinking, do I really have the problems that I think that I have? Well, yeah, from my mind, if I stay there. But when I'm with all that is, I don't even know how it's going to get done. I don't even know how I'm going to attract what I need to attract to make these things happen. I don't know how I'm going to make my life bigger. I don't know what I'm going to be called to do. I don't have a destination. I don't have a plan. And I don't care. And that is the feeling of the spin of the energy moving through your life that is life-giving. And this is the feeling of the frequency of awakening in your body. And guess what? It's unlimited. It's unlimited. You are an unlimited being. You are more. You are more than you know yourself to be. No matter what space you came to this upload today, right here, right now, in this now moment, you remember who you are. She knows. She knows her spiritual awakening. What it feels like, the expansiveness of it. And in that spin, compassion goes, whoa, gets big. And from there, the sky is the limit. What sky? Right? There's no boundaries there. There's no boundaries there. And that, my dear sister, is heaven on earth. That is heaven on earth. My body's trying to cough. So I'm going to say goodbye. I love you.